Right. Third go of things with this. I thought I'd try something different, which so far is the case with different in execution, and start one of these games from the ground up. Normally, in the time that I played this game, I've liked to either go Mega Corporation or Gestalt. And I'm feeling like I might revisit some a concept that I was trying to do in a previous era and revisit the Megacorp idea. So we're gonna start fresh, Radio Empire. We're gonna avoid going for the one that I always pick. I didn't quite think what I was going to. Maybe cybernetic? Dystopian trade regime? Nah, not quite. These are the ones that have augments though, so this might be really good actually. Because the cool thing that you can do about these yeah, you can do that and change the level of integration that they have with their cybernetics. I quite like that. Let's see here. We can get the Goombas from the Super Mario Bro, baby. We've got orangutans, some sort of lizard cat. These weird things. I remember a game I had where these were like an advanced star that were right next to me. This seems to be a plantoid species. Are any of these in the Necroid? New. This would be the closest one. And we can get the tank bound trait for these now. As part of the new thing. Okay, so if I'm going all the way back, there's two options here. One, we can go the spiritualist cyberneticist, and this is basically like people that worship the idea of they use integration with cybernetic enhancements as like a means to the ritualistic ends of their faith, and it has an interesting quest alongside. But I've played that one to death and back again, so even now I'm thinking of perhaps going somewhere else. There's the necrophage idea, which is essentially that we're parasites. They're semi-symbiotic, like mind flayer worms essentially. Other species will be brought into the fold or become its food. For the necrophage, there can be no other way. There's a syncretic evolution, which gives us a secondary species. And it's kind of the same, but this is one that is mildly less integrated. The original concept was void dwellers. This civilization has made its home in space for as long as it maintained records. Life in a typical planetary environment is anathema. They live in several orbital habitats that were only recently united. So as a result of this, we get a orbital habitat in our home system. In the base game, it was free, but they have changed habitats several times since the release of this origin. We start with orbital habitats, megastructure, guaranteed research options, habitat central control. That's basically just an expansion to the habitat. Research rich systems instead of colonizable planets. We can construct advanced housing buildings on habitats and waste technology requirements for district specialization. As a result of this origin, it costs us slightly less to make them, moderately less, as well as building the districts. We get a higher max amount of districts, and so the minor celestial bodies, that's like moons in the system, will contribute to the number of districts that we can make. And then jobs are increased massively. I haven't decided if we'll stay in the one system, but I am thinking that we'll be these tank-bound individuals that are spaceborne, and we'll be going fanatic xenophile for the trade, and perhaps some degree of spiritualist or materialist. Research speed is slightly increased. We could pacifist, militarist. We can do influence. I feel like we'll go materialist, if only because I want to save the spiritualist one for the cybernetic creed. Entropy drinkers, what is that? Psionic ascension. This society drains valuable metabolism from idle population via parasitic psychic connections. Once properly connected, these energies can be redistributed to the more important classes. Oh, vampires. Interesting. Let's see, tank-bound. They live out their existence suspended in vats of specialized biofluids. As such, they are heavily reliant on assistive equipment and incapable of directly engaging in physical work. Right. So the tank-bound trait. Rural districts. What does that do? Food. Okay, so their food upkeep is reduced. Their amenities is increased, and their pop growth is severely reduced. So it's a very good idea for us to go materialist. We'll have the robots do most of the work for us. And they cannot be recruited in armies. Assembly pack. Production overseers. Unlocks building automation. Yeah, that makes sense. So the automated buildings essentially mean that we can cover a quarter of the workforce with energy credits instead of populace. Oh goodness. And we start with a lot fewer pops than normal. Automated workforce efficiency is slightly increased as a result of the council position. We'll be going for that though. Do we want to do reanimators? That'd be really cool. I'm doing a megacorp, I should say. Wait, so tank bound is illegal in this? Are you sure? Wait, this is a civic. Very strange. Trading post, space ranchers, sequenced, refurbished. I kind of want to go farm estate. I'm surprised I don't have one for this. Corporate think tank. They universally adopted an experimental product in the form of specialized habitation pads. As a result, they are heavily reliant on assistive equipment and incapable of engaging directly in physical work. Okay, so this is the same one. However, rural districts have their worker jobs fully automated. Okay, so as soon as we build those, they're just done. They're just doing. Colonist jobs are specialists, yes. Basically everything is the same except trade. We have increased trade. And the council position is the same. Upkeep is decreased. Workforce efficiency is reduced for the automated sectors. Oh. And rural district energy upkeep is increased by 600%. That's really a lot. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same though. Influential cartel. What else are we gonna do here? Clandestine factions will emerge after contacting other empires. Proxy wars? Bureaucrats will produce a unity per active and successful proxy war. Oh my god, we can play as the US and Russia and China. I'm not sure what the EU is doing in this area, but I'm assuming they're doing it somewhere. Proxy war influence cost. This is totally new. Is that because of this? I was thinking permanent employment. I do like the idea of zombie workers, but they're kind of useless with this. Can they be specialists? We're unable to check the zombie trait, so I'm gonna look that up online. I'm assuming that means that they can't do specialist work, right? Not sapient, cannot colonize, cannot reproduce naturally. Serviles and nerve stable. Yeah, okay, so these are essentially mutually exclusive and should probably be and not allowed to take with each other. Private prospectors. Refurbishment division. Well, I was wanting to stream a little bit longer here, but unfortunately, at the moment, I'm a little too hypertensive. Maybe if I do this at a time where I don't also want to go to bed, I'll be able to get a little bit further. But we've got a little bit of a ways into here. Probably do like the traits and stuff, but I'm not wanting to push myself a little too far. So I'll pick this back up when I fancy it and have a little bit more energy. And I hope you all take care. Ta-da for now.